Hello, my beautiful Geminis, and Happy New Year. For those of you who are new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is V. You can call me Victoria. On this channel, we look into, we do like monthly readings, anything pertaining to tarot. So thank you so much for checking out this video. We're going to be looking at the overall energy surrounding you in the month of January regarding love, career, finance, and just literally whatever you need to know. So if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in the sign of Gemini, these messages are for you. Thank you guys so much for clicking this reading, and I wish you all an amazing, amazing new year. Thank you so much for those of you who have been so supportive, whether you are a subscriber, you booked a reading with me, you have joined my Patreon at any time. Speaking of Patreon, shout out to you guys. Patreon is where you get early ad-free access to all of my YouTube content. You're the first to watch every single video I post. You also get free weekly readings where I film a video on what you can expect in the next 7 days. So if you're interested in joining Patreon, the link is in the description box below. Okay, Gemini, let's start off with overall energy surrounding you. Let's just get an idea of like overall vibe. I love starting that reading like that. Overall vibe for Gemini, please. Overall vibe for Gemini. We got the embracing card. Okay, you may have been putting a lot of pressure on yourself to solve things, to make things like start things off, kick things off, and of course, like that makes a lot of sense. It is a new year. We do have that sense of, you know, that burst of energy inspiring us to have everything organized and ready and settled. But right now it's just about us embracing the present moment and being as aware and in tuned as we can. I'm also feeling as though you need to know, Gemini, that something is already on its way to you. Something is already unfolding for your best interest. Okay, so this is about not forcing the flow of things, and also something about surrendering to the divine, surrendering to a process. Gemini, you're very fast, you're very quick-minded, you are so flexible and adaptable when it comes to your perspectives and your understanding. And I feel like right now we just kind of have to let life, the universe, the energies kind of settle themselves, and that eventually it will mirror where you are at. So there's something here that we have to allow time to catch up to. I also get something just takes a long time to process, either just mentally. It is Mercury retrograde, you're ruled by Mercury, so that would make sense, but it feels like there's just some process that we need to just allow to unfold. So embracing. I also feel like there's a lesson in healing that we are asked to embrace. At the bottom deck, we have the freedom card. So that's the thing, Gemini. You may be feeling really tied down with your responsibilities or the things that you have set out for yourself. You need to recognize that you still have control over your situations, dynamics, mindset. You still are in a position of power, in a position of freedom, because you're always going to be adaptable and flexible. So I really love that for you. Also, look at all the birds. Gemini rules birds. The number 3 is also significant. Look, we have another bird, patience, and we have success. So I'm telling you, this is your confirmation that everything's going to fall into place by the end of the month, okay? I'm also getting something here about March or May. I'm seeing like the 30th of March, the 30th of May, something like that. So if you know already that's going to be a significant date, or if it's someone's birthday, that's something that came to mind just now. But just remember to be fierce. Patience is a virtue, Gemini, and you tend to be impatient. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a spread for your money, your career, anything else you need to know in life, and then we're gonna look into your love life. Okay, let's see. What does Gemini need to know for February 2023? This is your first reading of the new year, Gemini. I love you guys so much. I'm a Gemini rising myself. The moon is in Gemini currently as I'm filming this, so just shout out to all the Geminis. One of my favorite signs for real. Okay, Gemini, what does Gemini need to know for the month of January in love, career, finance? Well, not love, just career and finance, please. Gemini. January for Gemini. January energy for Gemini, please. It's the way these cards keep flipping over. Okay, so right away, Gemini, I see that there's a glitch when it comes to something technology related, something about your programs, your documents. There's something about a phone, possibly. Something feels like it cuts your communication, or it distracts you from being able to think clearly. So this is definitely your reminder. It's also just general Mercury retrograde vibes to just make sure that you have backed everything up. But I feel like some of you may have to like There's an unexpected purchase for like a laptop or a cell phone or something like that. Some of you may be switching services when it comes to like Wi-Fi, internet, all that stuff. Let's see more. Okay, we got the High Priestess reverse. We got the Page of Swords reverse. Lots of reversals for you guys. Four of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying about the money situation. There's something here about you saving money or putting money aside for a rainy day. Something here about a payment plan. Okay, so try to be on top of the bills that are going to be coming in, and try to be aware of like anticipating the money that's going to be leaving your account. There's something about that. I also feel like you're not feeling too grounded, not too feeling too focused. I feel like some of you could be you may not be like on top of your like spiritual or religious practices, because there's mention of us not really feeling too grounded, Gemini. I do feel as though it would be in your best interest to prioritize the things that help you feel sane and grounded. So prioritize meditation, prioritize your well-being. Okay, also something here about a sleeping schedule or like what you're eating that we have to be on top of. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so it seems like there's a career or a financial situation that you may be feeling overwhelmed about this month. I feel like you're not asking the right questions, or you may not be asking for help or support. You may not be communicating what your true needs are. So it feels like the vibe here is kind of like us suffering in silence, or again, there's something here about us not having enough information. So it may be important that you again make some phone calls, ask some questions, you inquire about something, ask your boss for something, ask the bank for something. It feels like maybe there's a loan that you could be asking for. Let me get two more cards. Okay, there it is. We have the Three of Pentacles. This speaks about teamwork, right? People coming together. This speaks about resources. This speaks about negotiations. So there's going to be some kind of negotiating taking place. I also see you learning from something or someone. Okay, so some of you, this is school related. You're going back to school. There's also something here about family members, a family run business, a family run company, you doing something that maybe your family members, or it runs in the family, like this kind of thing. It could also be a health checkup. Some of you may be getting a health checkup for, again, something that runs in the family, especially on the mother side of the family. Or some of you, you're involved in a family business, or the career, the field that you are, choosing to like enter or whatever in January pertains to a family business or something, again, that runs in the family. Okay, but I really do like this energy. I feel like there is going to be some kind of offer being made to you, some kind of support. I really encourage a lot of you to lean on your loved ones, so that those that you trust and love, either for advice, wisdom, knowledge, or just to vent to them. But some kind of negotiation is going to be made, and it actually is going to work out for you. Many of you could be stressed about some kind of like starting something, like especially if you have training coming up in anything. So you may be stressed about that. You may be stressed about a financial matter, but again, support is on its way too. You have to take advantage of the resources around you and ask the professionals for help, Gemini, because sometimes you have like that know-it-all energy. I'm not dragging you, I'm just saying. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. I really feel so we're gonna play it safe, Gemini, this month, and we're just not going to do any unnecessary spending. I see a lot of you just literally taking it slow, focusing on your wellness, focusing on your health, not really feeling the most social. I just see a lot of you kind of staying home this month and laying low, and I think it's for the best, honestly. Okay, we also have the Four of Wands. So you may be anticipating some kind of birthday event, celebration, some kind of social gathering, some kind of anniversary. It could be later in the day as well. But so I see you kind of just like resting and mentally preparing for that. That's going to be for the better. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So definitely allow yourself to be celebrated. Allow yourself to be lighthearted. Allow yourself to reconnect with loved ones, because this is mentioned here of our heart chakra, our heart space, right? This is emotional fulfillment. So I feel as though allow yourself to have a bit of fun, allow yourself to have a bit of playtime. If you're invited anywhere this January, try to make some time for it. Okay, try to make time for friends, family, socializing, and literally just leaving the house. Okay, for some this could be romance as well. There could be a very romantic time for you around the corner in January. Okay, with the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Justice card. It's not going to be all bad, Gemini. I feel like maybe you may have had a rocky or just a low vibrational start to the month, but it's literally all going to pay off by the end of January, okay? Because balance is going to be restored and there is good karma on your side. I'm going to just pull some random more general messages from your angels, and then we're going to move on to your love life. So Gemini, if you have a yes or no question in your mind, or you're wondering about time frame, do close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Maybe these cards will answer your question, and literally if nothing comes to mind, don't even worry about it. I'm just pulling on whatever comes up for Gemini. So what else does Gemini need to know, please, Spirit? And please take a moment to give this reading a thumbs up. Gemini, I really appreciate it. Leave a comment. Let me know how your January started off for you. Let me know what your New Year's plans were. Let's see. What else does Gemini need to know, please, for January? Guys, it has been raining every single day of the week. So I do apologize for the lighting not being the best. It literally is the gloomiest of days. And I'm just here trying to bring sunshine to everyone's lives. Don't mind me. Okay, so right away we have the yes card. So if you're wondering a yes or no question, the answer is yes. You're wondering, like, is something going to work out in my favor? Is something going to work out, period? Am I going to get that job? Am I going to get paid? The answer is yes. You don't have to worry. We also have favorable occasion. These cards are in French. Those of you guys know, like those of you who have been following me for a while, you guys know I got this deck of cards in French by accident, but I'm fluent in French, so it all works out. Okay, so favorable occasion. So things are going to fall into place, especially when it comes to money, especially when it comes to your financial situation, your material wealth, okay? Things are going to fall into place. Things are clearing up. I'm also getting something about a phone call or something about connection. I don't know what that means. And we also have improvement of self-improvement. So this is like anything regarding your mental health, your physical health. I did mention a possible health checkup or some kind of consultation. So this could be anything about, you know, a therapist. This could be a health appointment. This could be the dentist, just anything. This could be you asking your boss for a day off, a mental health day, whatever it is. You're going to be improving these things. And again, I see emphasis on you getting support from professionals, okay? They're going to be prescribing you something. I really feel like for some it's a prescription. But there are improvements when it comes to your health, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the pardon card. So there may be some forgiveness in order. I also feel, Gemini, that a lot of you need to forgive yourself, hence the embracing card. I did say that this pertains to certain lessons that you may need to learn at this time. So some of you have to forgive yourself for literally what went down. You have to forgive yourself for last year. You have to forgive yourself for not being so gentle on yourself, something like that, okay? But forgiveness is in order whether or not you're asking for forgiveness or someone else's, okay? All right, let's get into your love life. I don't know why these cards messed up like this. Okay, regardless of whether you're single or in a relationship, let's see what's going on for Gemini in love this January. What's going on for Gemini in love this January, please? And like I said, you guys, if you enjoy these readings, please consider subscribing, turn on your bell, post notifications so you don't miss a reading. And if you'd like to know what the next 7 days has in store for the air signs, definitely check out the link in the description box for my Patreon, because I will be filming that right after this. And if you'd like a personal reading, that's also always going to be in the description box. You have to be asking me, like, Victoria, where can I book a reading? And I'm just like, it's always in the description box. All right, let's see what's going on for Gemini in love, please. Gemini in love this January. Okay. Gemini in love this January, please. Gemini in love this January. Okay, first things first, Gemini, I see a lot of you just wanting to put yourself first. You're focused more so on like your business. I see a lot of you just not wanting to be tied down to anything specifically. So I see a lot of you guys kind of like either just keeping to yourself, working and all that stuff, or you're getting to know multiple people at once. Some of you are just focused on your friends right now. You're keeping things lighthearted. This makes sense because Venus actually has moved into the sign of Aquarius, and as you guys know or don't know, Aquarius rules friendships. So now may not be the time where you're thinking really long term, when you're taking things that seriously. It's a time of just getting to know various different people. So I see some of you guys being more open-minded, possibly when it comes to dating, when it comes to who you're hanging out with. Emphasis, like I said, on friends and friendship. But I see you guys, like some of you are going to be on dating apps. Some of you, it feels like you're starting a new cycle in your love life, but I don't see anything speaking of stability or commitment as of now. Now, does that mean that if you are in a committed relationship that things are going wrong? Not necessarily. That's not really what I'm saying, okay? Could be an Aries involved here. We got the High Priestess and we got the Judgment card. I see a lot of you, you just need to, like, I don't know, learn from past mistakes and just keep it pushing. Know that you are protected. There's something here about divine timing in the works when it comes to your love life. So continue meditating and focusing on what it is when it comes to love, and having faith and positive thinking that that is coming to you, because there's emphasis here on your wisdom guiding you, guiding your way. So if a lot of you are not really feeling pressed on locking down a partner right now, for instance, this is a sign that this period of time is meant just for you. Like, it's meant for your career, it's meant for your friends, like all that stuff. Just literally just trust your intuition about how things are going in your love life. Also, if you may have a fear that someone doesn't really want to commit to you, I would see that in these cards, because there is mention here of someone that is a bit self-involved right now and they're getting to know multiple people at once. So especially if you met this person through a dating app. So keep in mind the roles can be reversed. 2 more cards. Yeah, there you go, that fire sign energy coming through. So there could be I'm seeing Leo and Aries specifically, but you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. There's definitely like this new love energy coming through. I do want to say, and this is random, I do want to say someone may not be ready to settle down just now, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, but I feel like they're going to come around like later in the future. Does that mean wait for them, Gemini? No. But I just feel as though there's someone here, they come off very assertive. And for a lot of you, this is going to be a new love situation, okay? Someone you just met or someone you're meeting this month, okay? Feels like new romance, but it feels like either you're not ready to be tied down or they're not ready. So you could be experiencing some kind of fling, if anything, okay? At the bottom deck, we have the Queen of Cups, which makes sense because I feel like you're just in the state of reflecting a lot. Some of you may be dealing with the water sign and you feel like they're kind of like too much. Maybe they're the ones that want to settle down and maybe they're making you feel a little trapped and suffocated, okay? Hence the 9 of Swords. Yeah, and then we have the 3 of Cups. Ask your friends and family members for help, advice, support, whatever it is when it comes to love, especially those of you who are experiencing like problems, blockages. But overall, you guys, I just see you getting to know people or getting to know someone, okay? There could be an instance here where you end up opening up emotionally to someone, or someone ends up emotionally opening up to you. I feel like you feel like it's cringe, but it helps you know each other better. It helps deepen your bond, okay? So again, recap, I don't necessarily see a relationship around the corner, okay? But if you're already involved with someone, you know, things can still be well for you guys. I'm just saying, for those especially that are single right now. I just see a lot of you just wanting to take things slow right now. Some of you may be dealing with someone that you're very compatible with, like you have similar philosophies, ways of viewing things, so that's great. The energy is all over. But I'm seeing like a mature person, older person that's probably not ready to settle down. They may like to be around younger people, specifically women, younger women. I do feel like there's something here about that. Okay, let's get some angel love messages and then I'm gonna let you guys go. I didn't want this to be too long. What advice do we have for Gemini in love this month, please? What advice do we have for Gemini for January? First things first, we have the new love card. It is in the reversal. I feel like a lot of you need to be honest about what you want in love. You have to be honest about your feelings towards someone. You have to be honest with yourself about maybe this is not working. Maybe I want to try a new approach. Maybe your philosophies in love are changing, okay? But there's definitely new love coming in. Whether or not it's with the person you're already with, like, that's tea. Okay, what else do we have? We have forgiving and learning. This goes into your embracing card. This is what I was telling you about. This is about releasing the past and healing, right? So it does indicate that, like, some of you, you're holding on to a certain, like, attachment that you have towards someone. You're holding on to what you're used to experiencing in your love life. We have to release and heal from that so that we can experience new love experiences. Doesn't mean our next experience is a relationship, though, right? It just means that we're moving forwards and progressing forwards and opening our hearts. We do have the separation card, so Some of you may end up putting the brakes on a relationship, on a connection, especially again, if you want to get to know other people or your person does. Okay, someone's not ready for commitment. And then at the bottom of the deck, guess what? We have a past life relationship. So this fire sign you're involved with could be a past life relationship, but you're gonna know instantly who this person is to you. Okay, there's going to be instant chemistry, instant connection. You're not going to be able to explain the intensity, all that stuff, but it seems like a lot of you could be some of you may be, you know that this person is from the past life and you're trying to like overcome and move on from them. For some, this is it. This is like an old person, an old ex. We have the chemistry card. I'm telling you, there's a lot of passion around you, even if you're not, again, ending up in a relationship necessarily. It's definitely the beginnings of something. Anyways, I wish you guys all the best. This was like a lot, but also the same message. I wish you all the best, Gemini. I'm about to film your next 7-day reading. The link will be in the description box below to join Patreon. Bye.